What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Prop. We started this morning with a Tabak and Tech Tip Sunday. We're ending this Sunday. The sun's going down. It has been a long day. We're ending this with my workshop tour. Probably be my final tour. I just want to show everybody all the work that I've gotten done to it. Some of the things I wish I would have done, things that I'm glad I'm done. We're here on the outside. We'll start with the door. The door is a little wider than most doors. I went with the widest door that I could find without going into a double door, solid steel door, just for some more protection. Around three sides of the workshop is a French drain. Now, it doesn't go out to anywhere. It doesn't connect with the French drain around the rest of my house, but it does go down about 3.5 feet. And there is solid stone all the way down, a 3/4 inch gravel driveway stone. So this was a little bit more of a damp part of the yard previous, but with the French drain around the entire house now, and then this one, I haven't had any issues with water getting in. I mean, it's a wood frame structure. It's completely stuccoed, completely sealed. So I doubt water's ever going to get in, but you never know. So let's come on inside and see some of the work that that I've been doing today. And from what you've seen it last. The last time you've seen it, this was a disaster. Every single shelf or workspace was completely covered. As you can see, I've got everything off. This is my metalworking area. Got the drill press, got my mini lathe. I got the new wall control. Metal pegboard up above there, some shelving with some clamps and some other stuff. We've got over here, we're still not 100%. I actually just got a new toolbox today, Lowe's, scratch and dent, so it fit perfectly underneath here. So I got to get some of these toolboxes cleaned out into this toolbox to make room. Luckily, cabinets aren't completely full yet, so I still have more room to put stuff into the cabinets. We'll come over here. We got a nice big work area. I do need to get something for all my power tools to hang up. This is actually my first project. This actually broke. It was an old clock that I had converted to air power years ago. Kind of cool, but it fell off the wall, so it broke. I've been checking. It's got some pretty high amperage, so I'm going to swap out the amp meter just to make sure that that's not right. I got to get a new pressure regulator in because it runs on shop air. So that'll be hopefully working sometime soon here. Nice big area. Last time we talked about, I wished this bench overhung a little bit more. I did get one piece of a 3/4 inch plywood, and I did half of the, and now I kind of wish I did the whole half or the whole bench. I needed something a little wider. I still got to mount my vices. But yeah, so I'm kind of wishing I did the whole thing. But right now, actually, thinking about it, no, because if I did the whole thing when I'm over here, I wouldn't be as close over here. So yeah, so I'm kind of, so maybe I was subconsciously thinking about that. Got a bunch of tools down there. That's why I didn't put a shelf on this bench, because I knew I was going to have some pretty big stuff going down there. Those are just power tools that I don't use that often. I still got this is just something I had inside of another bench that I'll probably condense a little bit and get rid of that. We talked about this rolling cart earlier, or in my last video. So I do have the top on here now, and then I do have it hinged. And then the good thing, so the good thing about having the half bench, so if I want to get something out of here, I can get something out without having to reach in, and then just close that back down. And then I have another work surface to work off of if I want to put my saw over here or one of my grinders over here. And then when I'm all done, all I do is push it back in, and that's it. So super, super cool. We've got a bunch of hanging baskets everywhere. I had some of this old Craftsman fast track system that I've been hanging on to for like 10 years. Plus all these baskets are brand new. They've been like 10 years old. I think Lowe's or Home Depot was having a blowout sale like 10 years ago. These baskets, which are like $15 now, because now they're back in style, I got for like 99 cents a piece. So I bought a ton of that stuff back then. So yeah, we got some signage on the ceiling. Yeah, you can't have a workshop without signage on the ceiling. One thing that we had in our house before was some of these custom made aluminum curtain rods that my buddy Brian made, and they are badass. They've been in the garage forever. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to mount them on the ceiling all the way up. They'll only leave as you can see, a small gap. So I'm going to hang both of them on the ceiling. And that way, when I'm doing a little painting in here or painting outside, if I need to hang something, I can actually hang them right there. I can slide them back and forth because I got curtain rods, hoops on them. So yeah, things I wish I would have done differently. There's really only one thing that I wish I would have, I mean, obviously bigger. I wish I'd have went, so we're about 154 square feet. I actually wrote it down because someone asked. So we're 14 foot by 11 foot with 8 foot ceilings. That's inside dimensions. I wish I would have went another 50 square feet, not much, maybe an even 200. And I think that would have been absolutely perfect. And I would have had a little bit more. I have a lot of space now, but an extra like 50 feet, so, but the size, it's a perfect size, like I said, it's just, it's going to allow me to grow a little bit more. I said, because I still have plenty of space. And the only other thing, I wish I would have put a slab out here, or actually when they poured the slab, I wish I'd have had them pour me an extra 4 feet. Now that is something that I am going to have done, is pour an extra 4 feet of slab, because when I'm cutting or doing anything else, I can't be using the wood saw in here, the table saw in here. Dust just goes everywhere. Luckily, it's not too big of a deal just to pull it outside. It's in the grass now, little uneven. When you're trying to make some good cuts, stuff like that, you want a nice even work surface if you can. So I will eventually pour a concrete slab out front. So other than that, 8 foot ceilings, wish I'd have gone 10 foot maybe, just to get a little bit more height, but the 8 foot ceilings, it's not bothering me at all. But really, those are just the two things. It's just, wish I'd have had a concrete slab, out front. And then just a little bit bigger. Like I said, not a whole lot, but other than that, I spent a lot of time in my mind designing this. Two things that you need to do if you're building a workshop: spray foam, spray foam, spray foam, and sheathe the entire inside in wood. Don't leave bare studs. The other day it was pretty warm out. I mean, I was sweating outside. I mean, it's January, like whatever, first week of January, and it was probably 85 degrees outside. I'm working, building up a little bit of sweat, had to come out here to the workshop for something. Now our nights are getting down into the 50s and 60s. Pretty chilly for us here in Florida. But when I came into the workshop, I was expecting it to be a little bit warm. It was easily 25 degrees cooler in here than it was outside. And it's always like that. It always stays nice and cool in here. And the good thing about sheathing the inside and everywhere, you don't have to worry about hitting a stud. Anywhere you go, you're hitting wood. So I went with, I think we did 3/4 inch, the board. I don't know what kind of board that is, whatever you call the, where it's like that. I forget what that's called. But is it OSP? I don't know. But yeah, wrap it, spray foam it. And then we did talk about, I wish I had put an exhaust fan in. I am going to do an exhaust fan above that window. Probably when springtime hits, when it starts to warm up a little bit. But other than that, I think it came out perfect. Got any questions? Leave me a comment, or, on whatever platform you're watching this on. And living the dream. I really am. Jessica had said something to me the other day. She's like, you built something that most men only dream of. And that is the case. And thank you, Jessica, for pushing me to build all this. Love you.